Hello there. So we're advancing to chapter 5 on part 1 on strategic objectives. So we still have part 2 about strategies in action later. No? So here we have the learning objectives. First is to define what is strategic objective and discuss the characteristics of objectives and its benefits. Give examples of strategic objectives and write strategic objectives for your company of choice. No? Okay, so this is the strategic framework. No, if you look back in your slides in strategic management, no, we already performed the vision mission, and then we are done with our external audit, the EFE matrix, the CPM, and then we go for internal audit. Dito na tayo, no? Establishing long-term objectives for chapter 5. Okay. So here, strategic objectives is to establish the boundaries for what your organization's effort must focus on. Now, these are broad statements of direction that create a bridge from your vision to the annual plan of your goals. So dito is you are setting direction, no? Where are you going and where you need to be how many years from now, no? And what shifts are needed to get there? Changes, no? What are the approaches to achieve success? So these are common questions, no? When you are strategizing or making objectives. So the benefits of having a clear strategic objectives are to provide direction by revealing expectations, of course, no? And allowing synergy, aid and evaluation by serving as standards. Meron kayong measure, establish priorities, reduce uncertainty, minimize conflicts, stimulate exertion. So lahat to, no? This is a clear strategic objective for you, a gauge for you, no? Para hindi kayo mawala. Kasi pag wala kayong strategic objectives, kung ano na lang ang plano, no? Maisipan na lang. So it really sets direction, no? Here, just a few definition lang tayo kung ano ang long-term objectives, no? This represents the result expected from pursuing certain strategies, no? And this is a 2 to 5 year time frame na gagawin. So it must be long enough for the company, no, para matrack yung kanyang mga gagawin for the next years, no. Strategies represent the actions to be taken to accomplish long-term objectives. So the desired characteristics for objective should be SMART, no, be specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-bound. So yan, no? It must be clear. It must be within the specific criteria, no? And it must be achievable and not impossible to achieve, no? And realistic, within reach, relevant to the firm's purpose, and timely or time-bound. It must have a definite timeline. So as you notice, mamaya, we will discuss, no, how these objectives, the examples of this. Also, you can look at my paper, no. Mayroong mga nakaset doon na timelines how ginawa yung aking paper, no. Paano siya ginawa. Here, we have the levels of strategies with persons most responsible. So, talagang gawain to ng mga nasa corporate level. Sa taas, manggagaling yan, no, sa Chief Executive Officer, pinakamataas. Siyempre, your house, your rules, di ba? Parang ikaw yung may-ari ng bahay, ikaw magsiset ng rules, no? Plano mo masusunod, di ba? So, as consultants, as strategists, you are there to aid the CEOs, no? Ito yung mga clear na objectives natin, no? Ito yung mga dapat nyo i-consider, no? given the situation of your external and internal na evaluation. No? So, dito na tayo gagawa ng objectives natin, no? Na, of course, kailangang makonsider. No? Kasi syempre, ano bang silbi ng consultant kung hindi naman susundin, di ba? So sa organization, kung magpapakonsult ka, of course, no, you will consider kung ano yung sinabi ng consultant. Of course, ang magkakascade niyan is the Chief Executive Officer down the line. No? Yan. Strategic objectives could be divided into 4 business functions. No? So pwede mong i-ano yan sa 4 business function para mas clear. Like financial strategic objectives, customer or marketing strategic objectives, the internal people or the learning strategic objectives, something to do with the HR relation. No? Yan. So ito yung mga examples, no, for strategic objectives in the financial. So when you're looking at the financial growth to exceed, example, 10 million in the next 10 years, mga ganun, ano. Financial growth to increase revenue by 10% annually, financial efficiency to decrease expenses. Depende kasi yan sa mga findings, no, doon sa internal and external. So in your part kasi medyo ano to no, hindi to klaro or malamang mahihirapan kayong kumuha rito kasi example, we are not looking at the financial, no, medyo hirap tayo dito. Kung kayo ay mga FM majors, mga ganito yung papahanap sa inyo, no, about sa financial side. Sa mga marketing naman in HR, tulad ng mga students ko, ay hindi ko masyadong hahanapan ng ganito or hindi ko siya i-include, no, in my sa paper nila, no. So ito more of the people management, no, HR siguro, people, employee, professionals who create success for customers, the training, no, to develop leadership abilities and potential of their team, culture, aligning incentives and rewards, knowledge. So these are just few in how to have a people management as strategic objectives, no. Also with customer or marketing strategic objectives or marketing people, you have here about current customers, tinitignan dyan, ano. It could either, you could consider expansion of their sales to existing customers, no? Current customers, increasing customer retention, current customers, achieving, maintain outstanding customer service, developing use of customer database. Kaya napaka-importante talaga, no, makilala niyo yung isang company. Kasi how could you make such objectives kung doon pa lang sa internal control niyo, doon sa internal evaluation niyo ay hindi niyo to nakikita, no? Kasi for you to say na ito yung kailangan nila, ito yung direction na tatahakin nila para maging successful sila in the future, you must know the company. And the internal evaluation should be strong enough to back up the claim, no? So dito pa lang, mga introduction of existing products into new markets, introduction of new products to existing. So these are ano, di ba? Doon sa part din to ng when we talk about mamaya sa strategies, these are mga nasa ANSOF strategies, di ba? Doon sa intensive strategies, no, yung product development, market penetration. Ito yun, no? You're looking at the new products, existing markets, you're looking at the current products, no? The customers itself, you're looking at that, no? So, kailangan talaga yung internal ano natin is malakas, no? Yung pagkakakilala dun sa company for us to come up with this kind of objectives, no? Kasi hindi mo talaga hindi ka makakapag ano ng objectives kung hindi mo talaga din nakikita kung ano yung need ng company na yon, no? Here, the internal operations strategic objectives, no? Looking at the service management program, the standards of excellence and guidelines, products and services, capitalize on physical facilities, if they need this one, no? Depende sa makikita ninyo kasi eh. So you're looking at here the part pa rin to ng internal control, di ba? Yan, physical facilities, the structure, location, capacity, community outreach, mga increased efficiencies, use of technology, nasa ano to, di ba, max tip din, technology, dun sa external to na part, no? Improve internal communications, yan, internal communications, communication management, customer management, customer, yung CRM nila, customer relations management, CRM, marketing management, implementation and promotional plan, alliance management. Tinitignan ito lahat, distribution, supply relationship, marketing people. Ito yun, sinasabi ko sa inyo mga internal controls, mga internal indicators na you have to look into, also with other majors, hindi lang dahil kayo ay nasa OM, nasa finance or HRA, dun lang kayo magpo-focus. Of course, you have to focus on what matters to your major, but of course, you have also to consider other things like this. Strategic objectives may also include a larger market share, quicker on-time delivery than rivals, shorter design to market times than rivals, lower cost, higher product quality than rivals. Tignan nyo to, These are all things na kung papaano talaga sila makakasurvive sa market. How will they able to compete sa dami-dami ng competitors na meron doon sa industry na yon, So, strategic objectives ay mahalaga talaga, to set that direction, kung ano yung nagmamatter sa kanila para this year and the coming year ay ma-achieve nila yung goals nila. Looking at the vision, nandun yung vision nila, it must also align with their vision, their mission, their objectives, lahat yan, magkakaulam yung mga yan. Okay, helpful tips. Begin your strategic objective descriptive statement with a power verb, a strong action-oriented verb, like think, increase. So hindi siya dapat passive, And ilan? Rule of the thumb, 6 or fewer strategic objectives. Less is really more when you develop your strategic objectives. Pinaka-ideal is 3 to 4. Now, rule of the thumb, basta 6. Kapag marami na, that is difficult to manage and likely lacks focus. Sa dami mo na tinitignan, In my paper, I only have 4. Kasi yun yung inano din sa amin, 3 to 4 is ideal. So, in your paper also, you can have it 3 to 4. Huwag dinadamihan, So, you could view my strategic management paper and see paano siya ginawa. Kasi yun kasi is depende yun sa nakita ko doon sa internal external. That's why I came up with that objectives, Sa paper ninyo, it's a different story, So, okay yung basta lang kumopya, but of course, you have to brainstorm with your group. Okay, so let's move on doon sa ating second part mamaya about strategies and action. Okay. Thank you.